and get started.
Well,
Not
let me make sure.
All right.
Make sure. Creed, are you ready to go?
I'm good
I
to
am.
go. All right.
Good to go.
I am calling the April 23rd meeting of the Williamson County Board of Adjustment and Appeals to order. The first order of business is that if there are no objections, please have the minutes reflect that the board finds it necessary for the board to meet electronically for the health, safety, and welfare of Tennessee in light of COVID-19.
This conference will now be recorded.
Not hearing any objections, that will be entered into the minutes of the meeting. We're going to be a little more formal and this morning, and I am going to call each member's name and ask them to state their name and confirm that they can hear the other members. That will apply also to, during a meeting, the members need to state their name prior to making or seconding a motion, asking a question, making a statement, and casting their vote. And all votes will be by roll call. And okay, having said that, let's go through the roll call and make sure that we can hear each other. And I'm the chairman, Ronald Crutcher. All right. Who we got next?
I am Glenn Adams, currently at my home.
I'm John Lee, currently in my pickup truck.
This is Kenneth Cho, currently at my home, and I can hear everyone loud and clear.
This is Josh Hughes. I'm currently at my home and can hear everybody as well.
Also, okay. I believe that covered everyone. So we'll proceed on. The minutes of the April 9th meeting were emailed to you. If you've had, well, are there any questions or comments on the minutes? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion that they be approved.
Mr.
Mr. Chairman,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Glenn.
Mr. Chairman, this is Glenn Adams, and I make a motion that the minutes be approved.
This is Kenneth Cho, and I second that motion.
All in favor, the motion has been properly made and seconded. All that those are in favor, please vote by roll call, starting with Mr. Lee.
I approve the minutes.
Followed by Mr. Scholes.
This is Kenneth Cho, and I also approve the minutes.
Mr. Hughes.
This is Josh. I approve the minutes.
Okay. Who am I missing?
Adams.
Fine.
This is Glenn Adams, and I vote to approve the minutes.
Okay, and this is the chairman, Ronald Crutcher, and I vote to approve. We have unanimous approval of the minutes, and they will be entered into the record. At this point, I will turn the meeting over to our counsel to present the appeals.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not entirely sure that your first statement got recorded, so I just want to reiterate that the minutes should reflect that the board finds it necessary for the board to meet electronically for the health, safety, welfare of Tennesseans in light of COVID-19. Without objection, we will hear Crescent Homes, Breeze Premier Homes, Old South Properties, Regent Homes, Ryan Homes, and the Jones Company, with the exception of Lot 32 in Otter Creek. The first argument the appellants make is that they have obtained vested rights under the Vested Rights Act of 2014, so the lots at issue would not be subject to the impact fee. The act provides that should a developer receive preliminary plat approval from the local authority, the development standards in place at that time will remain the same through the course of the development. The county disagrees with this stance. The act actually provides a definition of development standards that concerns development of the property, such as local stormwater requirements, local construction standards for buildings, streets, alleys, curbs. The impact fee is none of these things, and in fact, the property can be developed without ever having to pay the impact fee. Should the board find that the impact fee is a development regulation triggering the vested property rights, its county stance that no evidence has been presented that they had prior approval prior to the adoption of the resolutions and creation of the impact fee. The second argument the appellants make is that the impact fee is required to be calculated on each subdivision, and the proceeds received from that particular subdivision is required to be used on education capital projects for the specific development. The Private Act does not require this. The Private Act states that it's intent of the act to grant the Williamson County legislative body the authority to establish a procedure or system to collect fees from the developer on new residential development, so as require that developer to share in the burdens of growth by paying his pro rata share for the cost of public improvements generated by new land development. The Private Act does not require the county to have specific zones for each subdivision. What it does require is that a procedure be adopted so that the impact of the new development can be shown correlating to the impact need for new education facilities. It's for these reasons, Mr. Chairman, the county asks for these appeals be denied. I do want to ask if there's any representatives from the builders, any of the appellants on the line. Hearing none, Mr. Chairman, we do request that these appeals be denied.
You have heard the county's position and their recommendation. Do I hear a motion to act on their recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, this is Kenneth Choate. I vote that I make a motion that we vote to deny the request for these waivers.
Mr. Chairman, this is Josh Hughes. I'll second that motion.
The motion has been properly made and seconded. We will do a roll call vote, beginning with the chairman, and I vote for the motion, understanding that a vote for the motion is a vote to deny. Mr. Lee?
I vote for the motion.
All right. Mr. Schultz,
This is Kenneth Choate. I vote for the motion.
Mr. Hughes,
Josh Hughes, I vote for the motion.
and am I missing anyone?
This is Glenn Adams, and I vote for the motion.
Okay. Everyone has voted. The vote is unanimous that the motion passes, which is to deny the appeals. Turn it back over to Mr. Cook.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The next appeals we have is from Celebration Homes and the Jones Company, Lot 32 in Otter Creek. Neither of these appellants have provided any explanation as to the basis of their appeal. Based on previous appeals submitted by applicants, it is the county stance that vested rights were not obtained because no approval has been sought for these particular subdivisions, and the fact that the impact fee is not a development regulation. We also maintain that although there is no basis presented by these appellants, that the county has adopted and implemented and assessed the impact fee in accordance with the applicable law. For these reasons, Mr. Chairman, we ask for these appeals be denied. And before that, I do ask again whether there's any appellants or representatives of the appellants present on this call. Hearing none, Mr. Chairman, we ask for these appeals being denied.
You have heard the staff's position, and I asked for a motion to respond to their appeals.
This is John Lee, and I move that we deny the appeals.
This is Glenn Adams. I second that motion.
All right. The motion has been properly made and seconded. We will have a roll call vote, starting with the chairman, and I vote for the motion. Mr. Lee,
This is John Lee, and I vote for the motion.
Mr. Shaw,
This is Kenneth Choate, and I vote for the motion.
Mr. Hughes,
This is Josh Hughes, and I vote for the motion.
Mr. Adams,
This is Glenn Adams, and I vote for the motion.
all right. The motion, we voted on the motion. The motion passes unanimously. And the appeals are denied. Is there
Thank you,
any
Mr.
other?
Chairman.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That is all the appeals the county has today for you.
All right, do you, Mr. Cook, or any of the staff have any comments for us today?
Mr. Chairman, this is Joe Horn. I wish to announce that we will be meeting likely in this fashion on May 7th, 2 weeks hence at 7:30 a.m. And I want to congratulate you all for helping me manage this particular remote meeting. Thank you very much.
Okay. Since all of the business of the meeting is completed, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Mr. Horn, if you will, stay on just a minute after this. I want to see if I can get this,
The forms to sign.
iPad up, and working. I'm having trouble doing that. All right, the meeting's finished. Thank you all.
Okay,
Thank you.
everybody have a good day.
Thank
you, guys.
Stay safe.